Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. Had to come tap in with my boy Zeaky Bobby one time.
What's happening?
Man, we out here in H-Town, Texas, man. 90.1, where he do his thing at.
Already.
Y'all got to tap into him, man, doing this, what would you call it? Your, DJing slash,
Man, I'm a little bit of everything right now, man. But I'm a DJ for sure. Radio personality each and every Wednesday night right here on KPLT 90.1. Damage control. You know, of course I do Truth in the Booth on All Real Radio every Thursday night as well.
Okay. Y'all tap in, man. Give me your Instagram real quick so I can tap into that motherfucker.
Zeaky_Bobby.
Yeah.
Don't call me, I hate when people call me Bobby. I'm gonna be honest with you. When motherfuckers call me Bobby, man, that really kind of irks me, man. Zeaky_Bobby, so Zeaky Bobby, man.
So where did Bobby come from? Since we asking that, since we own that, what is the Bobby? Is that from Ricky Bobby or is that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna give y'all a little quick story. I got one cousin from the hood, my cousin Bubba. He actually named me Zeaky. It was like some years ago, right? A little bit longer. I mean, a little bit while after that, my other cousin Killer Calleon, we had a studio over off of OST, and he had the artist come through and paint like a racing mural, like a whole bunch of racing theme murals, stuff like that. Yeah. And he was just like renaming a whole bunch of stuff. So he gave me the name Zeaky Bobby off the name Ricky Bobby because Talladega Nights had just kind of popped at that time or whatnot. And it was like, you know, it kind of went together. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just took it and ran with it.
For sure. Nah, so you be out here grinding, man. So I like to tap in with all the creators and collab with everybody I see creating and doing their thing in the streets on the music scene, or whether it be helping the kids or actually making music or even just being a personality. You do the stuff, you know, in the streets. You do the Trae stuff. You got the FU2 DJ thing going on. So go into like as far as what really got you into DJing in the beginning.
Man, I started DJing. Well, I started wanting to DJ. Yeah. I take it back to like 7th grade, bro. Yeah. That was when I first heard my first screw tape. Okay. And like DJing was always something that kind of intrigued me, but I wasn't just into it like that. But when I heard my first screw tape, it was something about how Screw was taking them songs and he was scratching, he was chopping and bringing the music back, whatnot. I was like, man, this is dope. And so that's something I just wanted to try, you know what I'm saying? But back then, my mom was like, nah, DJing ain't no real instrument, so she made us play shit like piano or something like that. You know, I played piano for a little while. And then it wasn't until like I got older, you know, I started moving around on my own. And I actually, you know, met people like DJ Screw, and I met other DJs like DJ Chill, like DJs who actually, you know, perform on wax. And then I started studying their style and seeing how they was doing things. And then I was like, man, yeah, I like this. And so, like, even when I mix now, you know, I got, like, the controller board, but I still mix like it's 2 turntables in the mixer. You know, it's like that, so, yeah. Yeah,
so, man, you said something real interesting, dog. You was able to actually meet the legendary, late, great, rest in peace to the legend, one of the kings of the South for sure, DJ Screw. A lot of people didn't have that honor and that opportunity, man. What would you say the energy was like when you did meet DJ Screw?
Man, Screw was very receptive. Like, he didn't know me, you know what I'm saying? He just knew I was young, and he knew I was trying to do something. And that was just the type of person he was. Like, you know, he gonna try to help you out. Because, and back then, like, I used to rap, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? They used to call me Golden Child back in the day. Yeah. And so, you know, Screw got a cousin named Doug, Lil D. They used to catch him up at the shop. But, I remember I was going to school. I was still in high school, and Lil D was in college. I had like summer program where I was taking like college courses. Just so happened me and Lil D was like in the same class. And when I peeped him, I said, man, he looked like Screw to me. And that's how I started talking to him. Come to find out, Screw was his cousin. And it was some event that was coming up, and I was like, man, I want to see if I can get Screw to come to this event or whatever. Screw ain't never come to the event. I don't even think the event happened, to be honest. I can't remember how that went down. But I built a relationship with Lil D, and then that's how I ended up meeting Screw. You know, pop up at the shop over on Cullen. Man, I would see him at, you know, Frenchies, just random spots. Like, anytime I had, like, new music, I pull up on Screw, and Screw like, man, I'm a player, but I want you to rap it at the same time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I would rap my music to Screw back then, and, you know, sometimes I just call and chop it over with him, get advice from him, you know, just on the regular, you know. This is like back 99, early 2000s, stuff like that. You know, I was still a senior in high school, but, you know, that was like one of the highlights of my life. Like, man, I knew DJ Screw back then, you know.
Yeah, for sure, dog. That nigga was just so great in his own and being a creator.
Show love.
And really cultivating the sound of our city
Yeah.
after, the whole Rap-A-Lot time, them coming out with their form of Houston representation with music and like, just being gangster rappers as opposed to creating the real sound and culture that we still hear to this day.
Yeah.
You still hear artists slow their music down on their hooks sometimes.
True.
Screw the beat up. You still hear that drink talk in the music. The lingo of H-Time and the double cut. Like, niggas got to understand this nigga left the imprint that's pushing. Like, shit that they seeing is new sometime and they get introduced to stuff. It's like, damn, bro, it ain't even just the drink shit. It's a lot of shit. They're like, bro, this shit was going on in the 90s when I was a baby. Like, I was like, nigga, I remember growing up and seeing this shit and they're like, niggas is taking this shit and using it for this or that. It's like, damn, bro, Screw was dog. That's just a legend, dog.
To be honest, man, Screw and a lot of those guys back then, excuse me, it was way before their time, man. Like my partner C-No got a verse, got a line on one of his verses. Things is diamonds all in your face. He said, "Screw the click, we set the trends," and that's the truth. Sure. Because like back in the 90s, man, we was double cupping, we was pouring 8s, 4s, and 2 liters, man, and we was riding swangers, we was candy paint, we was doing all of that stuff they doing now. They thinking that we doing something new. And we was doing that back then in the 90s. I was a kid, but, that was the culture that we came up in, Sure. So that whole slab culture, the whole screw culture that's been going on, so it ain't nothing new. It was just those guys that was doing it like Corey Blunts, Slab Kings, you know what I'm saying? That was way before their time with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then, man, that's what I say today, man. Screw was in the streets with these tapes and selling them out the highs and out the trunk and everything like that. Really had a house where niggas was lined up to buy this nigga tapes.
They thought he was selling dope.
Dealing with the police. Could you imagine DJ Screw having the internet right now? And I don't even want to jump out there, bro. Like, Screw is really like an inspiration to me, and I sit around and I think about this shit, bro. And niggas wonder why I do so many interviews. I'm like, bro, I gotta make the impact in the streets like that nigga made.
Yeah.
Like, I try to collab with as many people and artists as I can, because I seen how many artists this nigga helped break.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, if you ain't breaking artists, if you in a rap game and you ain't breaking artists or collabing, and you not like a radio host, bro, you got to play like me not being a radio host or nothing, it's my job to help artists make money while I make money.
But see, and the cold part about it, Screw wasn't even trying to do all of that.
Nah, it just happened like that.
He was just like, man, I'm making tapes. These are my partners. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make him a tape because this is his birthday. I'm going to make him a tape because these are songs he wanted. And just by this one person having the tape that nobody else had became exclusive. So now I got to go get me a tape. Yeah. He got to go get him a tape, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it blew up like that, you know what I'm saying?
And then, like, I see that interview that they had when they was all up in there. It was him, who was it? Run G, Hawk, and he was like, man, this music shit, this our life, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take care of your family. This music shit, this what we do for a living. And Hawk was like, yeah, man, we need our fans. And I feel the same way, bro. Like, I really love music. So I be like, fucking nigga, I want to make money and I do this shit for free most of the time.
Yeah.
So just to be able to, if I can make $1 doing what I love to do, like, them niggas is really inspirations for me. But outside of the Screw thing, you also tapped in with Trae a lot.
Yeah.
You barely had tapped in with Trae. You the host at the Trae Day shit, the MC. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you get up there and it come natural to you.
Man, see, I've been knowing Trae like 20 years, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, back when Trae was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, before Trae was Trae the Truth, I think his first album, that Losing Composure, like, we was rocking on that. We was rocking on with like the Gorilla Mob days, you know what I'm saying? And like, even though I know all the members, but I don't know what it was about Trae. I think it was just that genuine spirit that brother had, man. It's like once we tapped in, like, we've been locked in ever since then. Yeah. And like, I just knew he was a down to earth dude. So it was like whatever he needed help with, man, I just wanted to be down to help him, regardless of if it was music, charity work, because he blessed so many. I said, man, I want to be able to help him out so he can bless other people, you know what I'm saying? So that's why whenever he got something going on, like, I ain't just there when there's cameras. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there when ain't nothing going on because, and I always tell them, like, bro, whatever you need, man, hit me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, man, that's been my dude, man, like 20 plus. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, and actually with the Trae Day events, you know, rest in peace to the OG Wicked Cricket, because he was hosting. And Wicked Cricket was one of those guys that always showed love. He was always trying to help out, you know what I'm saying, these up and coming artists, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we lost our brother Wicked Cricket, you know, a couple years ago. And it just so happened right before he started getting sick. I would come to the Trae Day events, but I wouldn't jump on stage.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was letting Cricket do his thing. And then I think one day I was up there just kind of backstage or whatnot, and somehow I had the mic, and me and Cricket was on stage together. And then it went from that to once Cricket passed, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace to that brother, that, you know, I just carried that torch on that. And then, you know, I'm quite sure that, you know, it's going to be somebody else that's going to come up there with me, and I'm going to have to pass that torch on. But as long as Trae got Trae Day going, and it's expanding like each and every year, it's like I just feel like I got to be a part of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love the energy there, dog. It's like all the artists there, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, Trae do a lot in this city. You do a lot for the city. You underground,
Appreciate
moving and
that.
shaking. These are just more so like the more popular things that we speaking on right now, because it's the interview. But it's way more to it than that.
There's a whole lot more,
A whole lot more to it. But like the thing about me with the Trae Day vibe, bro, the energy is always good there, dog. Like I went 2 years, and I would always be like, well, I'm gonna go this year. And I was supposed to go the year where they had it at the race park, because, you know, I'm right there in Greenspoint, right off the Beltway. And I was supposed to go, then something came up, and I didn't get to go, and my cousin went. And then it was like, man, that hoe was live, man. You missed it.
That was a year Nip was there.
Okay, so I was like, damn, bro, I want to go. So then I ended up going last summer.
Yeah.
And it was at Green.
Discovery Green downtown.
Discovery Green.
Yeah.
And I had a good time there, so I had to go again this year. And this year we tapped in. You showed love. Shout out True Films, my boy True. He showed love. He showed love up there too. So it was just like being in that energy environment with everybody there, all the artists. I guess they trade sit niggas down like, hey bro, you come here, nigga. You better like, hey.
But you know, it's really what makes it special is that it's really about the kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Most of the events that are centered around Trae Day, of course, he's gonna drop an album. Of course, he's gonna have all the celebrity friends come out.
Yeah.
But the main thing is really, man, making sure these kids got what they need to get. You know what I'm saying? Go back to school.
Sure.
Make sure kids got a free concert. They're gonna have to come out and they're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
And each year he just adds on something more. Like, you know, of course he have his own children, so he have each one of his children host an event. Like, you know, Nico will host something. Baby Houston hosts something. Even the infant Baby Truth, she's hosting something. And so all the kids are involved in all these events. And I mean that's what makes it special to me to see those the faith like he'll get a bunch of free passes for like the Children's Museum. For the kids, or we might hook up with Habitat. He's for Habitat Humanity, and you know, build playhouses or something like that. But or he might rent out like flipping fun or something like that, and all the kids come and they have a good time. So that's the
jumping things that they could do. That's
the rewarding part.
All the little snacks and candies. They got the barbers out there. They got the dentists out there. They got they got everything.
Free school supplies.
Free haircuts. It's going down, man.
Like with Trae, it's no telling what he's gonna give away.
Exactly.
Like I didn't like from the bump boxes. I done seen this man give away like Johnny watches, swangers, like everything, and this is all on him.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Shout out
to my bro Trae
Truth, man. Shout out Trae the Truth. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Zeaky Bobby on Instagram, man. Give him the Instagram one more time.
Man, Zeaky_Bobby. Or y'all can follow FU2 DJs, either or, man. Both of them me. But Zeaky Bobby is where you going to get all the action at, you know what I'm saying?
And tell them what you got coming, what's next, any plans you got going or anything like that.
I got some things that I'm cooking right now that I can't really speak on because it's in the works. You know, you can't tell everybody your plans.
Right on.
But, you know, for sure, you can catch me every Wednesday night on KPLT 90.1 FM Damage Control, man. I've been doing this 17 years. Sure. You dig what I'm saying? Like, since 02. It's 2019 going into 2020. You know what I'm saying? I done raised a couple generations off this music, man. Sure. Like, if you name an artist that came this in Houston, man, and made it, I bet y'all done interviewed them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, man, I do Truth in the Booth on Real Radio. Y'all can download that app. That's each and every Thursday night from 12 to 2. I'm sorry, 10 to 12. each and every Thursday night. Rest in peace to my brother Zen. He actually wanted to started one of the ones that started Damage Control. He ventured out and did his own thing, and he pulled me in with him. Unfortunately, we lost him a couple years ago as well. But we just want to keep that whole dream going. You did?
For sure.
Yeah,
We tapped in, man. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel at Urban Politicians TV
man.
on YouTube, man. We got more coming. 1,000.
Already, man. Urban Politicians TV. We creating content, baby.
1,000.